Hello, hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. I have the privilege of interviewing a very good friend of mine today. So I really wanted to introduce her to all of you because she has stepped up as an admin of our heart-centered living community. And she truly is embodying heart-centered living and stepping into her next level. And she has been doing the work, let me tell you. So, like a lot of you can relate to, she's like very, very committed to her growth, to her evolution, to this journey of embodying her next level of self-love, authentic expression, and really being and leading the change that we wish to see, which is of course what I'm all about is being willing to go first, right? To actually not just be the change, but lead the change. Because this is scary business. As Tanya would attest to. So this here is Tania Mathews. She's been attending my retreats, some trilotherapy. She's done so many different modalities with so many healers. I mean, I have so much respect for her and it hasn't been easy. Like she's got a story, she's got stuff, she's an old soul. So like most of you can relate to, I mean, she's been through the pits of despair and really had to deal with the darkest shadows and some traumas. So Tanya, I love you so much and you are glowing. I mean, then there, she's put before and after pictures, right? Like up next to each other and there's a huge difference, right? You really are glowing from the inside out. And I know that people are in this group and people hire me and will want to connect with you because they want to know, well, what's the secret? Like what are you doing? And how have you managed to kind of sustain this for the most part? Like I know there's always the ebbs and the flows when you step into your next level of expression, but I would love for you to just start by sharing your story and your journey with us.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you, Jerry. What a beautiful introduction that was. I'm getting teared up. um, so where to start? I have spent a lot of my life um, living in depression, being caught in addiction. I've suffered from a lot of chronic pain. And the last few years of my life were really, really bad. I slipped into a state of paranoia. I could hardly leave my house. I would go get groceries, and my husband was working from home at the time, and he would text me to pick him up a coffee from Timmy's, and I would pretend I didn't get the message because I couldn't be seen. I couldn't go through the drive-through and talk to a screen. I was just so scared to go through a drive-through of all things. Um, and so I started doing some workshops and a few different things, and about a year and a half ago, I guess, the Guatemala retreat came across my radar. And I thought, if I don't go to this retreat, I'm not going to make it. And so I gave myself a timeline. And I said, if I'm not feeling better after this retreat, I'm going to take things into my own hands. So I went to the retreat in Guatemala. I went by myself. I didn't know a soul. And I've never felt so much love coming from strangers. It was a life-changing retreat. I was able to see that I had a choice. I could either continue down this path of paranoia and become the person that people read about how crazy they are, or I could take this path over here and follow Jerry. And so I got back to Calgary because I'm from Calgary. And well, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. But I started to work with Jerry. I did her tools course over the summer, and I did some one-on-one sessions, and I did Trilo with her and all of her workshops. You'll see me there. And I keep going back because I keep learning stuff about myself, and I keep learning. to love myself and to forgive myself. And those are two of the most powerful tools for me. Um, a year ago, I didn't love myself. I didn't even like myself. And today I can say that I love myself today. And I can say that without feeling conceited and arrogant. And I can just say that just from love. And I didn't know that that was possible. I did a lot of self care things in the past, but I didn't do any self love things because I didn't know there was a difference until I met Jerry. So I'm really super excited about Tanya 2.0. I feel like I've got one foot in old Tanya and one foot in new Tanya, and I'm just kind of testing the waters right now, going back and forth. And I want to be a part of Jerry's community, and I want to be active, which is why I'm excited to be administrating this page. So you're going to see me popping on and posting things, and I'm hoping to start creating some forgiveness circles in Calgary with Jerry's help. And so if I have any Calgary peeps out there who want to connect, please reach out to me. And it's really scary. And, I have so much trust that this is where the universe is taking me right now. And I wouldn't be here today if I didn't say yes to that Guatemala retreat. And so thank you, Jerry, for bringing me into your community and introducing me to all these amazing people. And most of all, thank you for teaching me to love myself.
Mm. Whew. Just breathe. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, like, for just sharing so openly, so vulnerably, because self-love isn't just about self-care. And for sure, it's people think that, well, that's arrogant. Like, of course, we're supposed to put other people before ourselves, and there are parts of us that, that we want to fix and change and get rid of. But really, self-love is about even loving those parts.
Yeah,
Like the parts that are hardest to love are the parts that need it the most.
yeah,
So, yeah, what a journey, and I can definitely feel you and feel your words and that truth, that authenticity, that vulnerability, and it's not an easy journey.
no,
Like
but it's worth it.
it's so worth it, and just like, and I can feel that people are just leaning in, and you're giving them hope
Mm,
where they feel like helpless and powerless in the world and against those parts of themselves. Like it's like there's this fight, there's this inner battle, and it's bloody exhausting.
yeah, yeah,
Even when even getting up in the morning,
yeah,
right, can just feel like a monumental task.
absolutely.
So I really want people to hear this, right? You are not alone.
Right.
And there are steps that you can take, and there's a community, and there's opportunities to reach out. So if you're in Calgary, in the Calgary area, Tanya is your gal. And she is like just really stepping into and allowing the universe to kind of show her what does that look like? These circles for self-love and forgiveness, to release whatever's in the way of, wow, yeah, there's a whole new way of being, there's a whole new way of living, there's an aliveness that maybe you haven't felt for a very, very long time. Right? A lot of people are feeling pretty flat, unmotivated, uninspired.
Yeah.
There
And
is,
that was me less than a year ago.
yeah, right? Less than a year ago.
Yeah. And I never thought that I'd be sitting here doing an interview for you to put on your page of how great I'm feeling. Like, that's crazy to me.
I'm so grateful that you were willing to feel the fear,
Yeah.
take it by the hand, bring it with you,
Yeah.
and show up anyway.
Yeah.
Right? And it's because it's not about pushing through anything anymore.
Yeah.
That isn't what self-love would do. If you really love yourself, you even love the part of you that's interfering, that's scared,
Mm-hmm.
that's telling you that you might screw up or you might make a fool of yourself or you might embarrass yourself or you might, or, whatever it is. Like, thank you. I love you. I've got you. You're safe. And just taking that part by the hand and saying to that part, you are allowed. You're allowed to be afraid. And we're going to take this baby step together,
Yeah. Mm.
right? Like that's really just the beginning of self-love, is welcoming the fear instead of trying to fix it or get rid of it or push through it.
Yeah.
And I see you doing that over and over again. And it's so inspiring and it's so beautiful. And they feel your presence. And every time you come to, one of the retreats, there's always these like beautiful, like she's like the queen of synchronicities. Like you can't make this shit up. Like I tell you, she's got so many powerful stories. There's little synchronicities, but because she's here, you're present. Like you notice these things that other people might not notice because you've been asking, right? Show me, show me. So I'd
Yeah.
love for you to just share one of those synchronistic stories, whatever's coming to you, to share, you know.
Oh my gosh. I have so many, honestly. Um, I guess, well, I always ask the universe for signs, and I always say, I need a big sign because I don't understand the small signs. So show me a big sign. Like, I need these big signs. So, I mean, the universe is sending me these incredible signs. Um, I guess I'll tell you my eagle feather story.
Yes.
So last year when I got back from Guatemala, I went on a shamanic journey and I learned that the eagle was one of my spirit animals. And I started seeing the eagle everywhere. I live not far from the river in Calgary. And so I'd go down to the river almost every day in the summer and I'm looking for eagle feathers because it's my spirit animal. I have some indigenous people in my life that have taught me how to smudge, and I wanted an eagle feather to help to smudge. So I was looking high and low all summer long. I didn't find one, didn't find one, didn't find one. And then I went on Jerry's retreat in the fall, and the chef there was an indigenous man, and he was able to join us at some of the retreat when he wasn't cooking. And so one night at dinner time, I looked at him and I said, oh no, I looked at him and I thought to myself first, I thought, maybe I'm going about this eagle feather thing the wrong way. So I looked at him and I said, hey, do you have my eagle feather? And he just kind of was stunned and he was like, I don't think so. And we all laughed and I told him the story. And so the next day, we were, we did an ecstatic dance. And during the ecstatic dance, um, I had a realization that was very powerful for me that I could be sexy and beautiful without being a sex object. And I shared that after the dance when we sat in circle. So I shared that, and the next thing I know, Sheldon, the chef, is standing in front of me, and he says, I have 5 words for you. He says, I have your eagle feather. And I cried, and he cried. I think everybody cried. And later he shared with me that the eagle feather was his mum, and it represented her empowerment journey. And so when he heard my story, he realized that he did have my eagle feather. So there's a whole lot more to that story that I won't get into now, but never did I think that I could ask the universe for help in guiding me. And when I say guiding me, like there were a lot of things lined up to guide me to that retreat to ask Sheldon for that feather. And the universe just has this way of setting things up for me. Um, and like I was recently in Mexico at the retreat there, and I got a lot of big signs there. And it just shows me that I'm not alone in the universe. The universe has my back. I'm on the right path. And I don't know what else to say about that.
Ugh, yes, just feel that, right? That truly, this is the truest conspiracy. So those of you, that are kind of stuck in maybe this conspiracy theory, like understand that what the universe is really conspiring for is to help you grow and evolve.
Yeah,
And that doesn't always look the way we wish it would, right? There's a falling apart. There's a dealing with the darkness that was already there, but bringing it up to the surface. But the universe really is conspiring in our favor to help us to step in and to grow and to evolve and to shift our focus, right? Out of what's wrong and why isn't this working and what's wrong with me, and shift the questions that we're asking ourselves, shifting our focus into, what can I do? What's right? What's one thing I could do right now, say right now, that would bring more love into the world, and to love myself. And sometimes, we're in this helplessness, this like learned helplessness, this space where it's like I can't see my way out because this pit is deep. And so to just surrender, right? Like to give it to the universe, to give it to your higher self. Like this is too much for me. Show
mm-hmm.
me, help me, make it obvious, make it big, because make sure I don't miss it. Like,
Yeah,
what if you could do that? And then it just requires your presence.
yeah,
Like, and to say yes, because then we'll sabotage, right? It's like everything starts lining up for us, but we think we have to be in charge. We think we have to control things, or we let that fearful part of us take us out of the very thing that would evolve us. But even that, you can't screw this up. There's
yeah.
always another opportunity. And I love that you had the courage to listen, right? How many people would like get the little hit? Well, maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe I'm going about this wrong. And to just like look at some person that you don't even know and say, do you have my eagle feather? Right. And if you hadn't done that, if you hadn't just listened to that little nudge, if you'd questioned it and like, that's going to sound crazy. Like he won't even understand what I'm talking about, but you did it anyway. Like, look at what happened.
Yeah.
Just that one little act of courage, one line. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Right. But I honor you so much for that
Thank you.
because most people they'll take themselves out
Mm.
and they won't listen to those little nudges. Like, they don't realize. Like even those little things that sound a little crazy and weird. What if we just leaned in? And yeah, and everyone, like there wasn't a dry eye in the place. That's such a power story. And I love the eagle behind you.
Yeah, yeah. They're
Beautiful.
all over my room here.
Uh, yeah, the feather, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And
So
I'll just share another really quick story. Last week I was feeling really down, and I was down at the river and I saw an eagle, and I said a little prayer to the eagle, and I said, like, what's my next move here? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't keep living, sort of one foot in, one foot out. What's my next move?
mm,
And the next day, I reached out to you and we chatted. And since our chat, I feel like everything's sort of lining up for me. I have a bit of a plan moving forward, to create a community here in Calgary. And yeah, and then like my eagle is part of that. And yeah, it's just really powerful.
mm. Thank you. Yeah, I love. I love listening to you because my body responds. Like I get the truth chills and,
Mm,
little activations, right? Yeah, that you're listening, that you're taking those baby steps. And when you don't know, it's okay. We're supposed to not know until we know, right? And just
yeah,
just ask for support and put ourselves out there and do some of those uncomfortable things, but just one thing that's a little bit uncomfortable will lead you to the next.
yeah.
And then you realize that you are safe, that you are your own safety. It's not out there. It's not a certain thing that has to be in place or certain people. It's you, centered in you,
Mm,
grounded in that truth, and feeling that you have your guides are there. The eagle is there with you at all times, that giving you your wings, right?
yeah.
To soar into this next level. And it can be easy.
Yeah.
And then it can be difficult. And then it can be easy again, right? And it's just these simple little steps. So yeah. So if you're listening to this and you resonate with Tanya, and reach out, right? If you're in
Yeah, definitely.
Calgary, come to the next retreat. So my good friend Oris Wasdeski and I have a sacred shift retreat coming up at the end of April, just out of Sherwood Park. So reach out to me, reach out to Tanya, join the community, and start to put yourself out there. Like, be more active, because I
Yeah,
know people are watching and they watch from the sidelines. Like, get in the game.
yeah, yeah. You have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. Yeah. Express yourself, because the world needs your authentic expression more than ever right now. That is the tipping point into a whole new reality that's being birthed already. So if you're one of us and you're willing to just kind of go first, to lead the change and to be the change, then this is totally for you. And yeah, Tanya, I see you magnetizing just the right, like, women and maybe men at some point too, to form this circle and to release some of those blocks, to really stepping into what does that look like to be in love. No partner required, right? Like, to
Yeah.
feel it, to be the embodiment of that, and to come from there instead of the old paradigm.
Yeah.
And at first you do have to be in that liminal space, one foot in, one foot out. And that's a magical place to be. It's an important place to be. And there is some frustration and some impatience, like, and self-doubt, like questioning yourself, like the one part saying, "Hey, let's do this," and the other part piping up, "Oh,"
Yeah.
and warning you, right?
Yeah.
But eventually you just take that baby step and you're both feet in, and then it's like you're a new baby, right? Like, whoa, curious about everything, and there's a whole new fun factor
Yeah.
that doesn't require drinking or drugs or anything, because it's kind of like a drug trip. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Open up, and things open up when you do.
Yeah. It's an
So
amazing journey.
it truly is. And what else is there?
Yeah.
Do it now, do it your next life. Like, you might as well do it now, right?
Yeah.
And especially when you start to connect with and resonate with certain people. Like, those are
Yeah.
your people. So don't stop yourself from reaching out.
Yeah.
You can make all the difference. Thanks, Tanya.
Thank you so much, Sherry.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for listening and tuning in, and especially for listening to yourself.
Mm.